Hello everyone. Present here virtually, I am Nalini here and I welcome you all for today's session which is titled as Star Rating System and Effort to Save the Energy. And presenting this session, we have with us our today's expert, Dr. Bansi Raja. Dr. Bansi Raja is an assistant professor, Department of Mechanical Engineering, Induced University. She has working as an assistant professor since 15 years. Area of specialization is thermal engineering, conservation. She has finished her PhD in mechanical engineering from CU Shah University, Gujarat. She has published 18 research papers in various journals and conferences. You may start now, ma'am.
Okay, thank you, ma'am, and good afternoon to everyone. So it has been already informed that the topic is the star rating system and effort to save the energy. So my first question is: have you ever seen this star rating system anywhere? Audience can interact now, ma'am, or it is just visible to them.
It is one side presentation, ma'am.
Okay, ma'am, thank you. Okay, so here we have a star rating system and effort to save the energy. See, we all know the energy crisis we are facing day by day, and especially in summer, the amount of energy required is very much high, while the available energy is very less. So definitely, we want to conserve, save, and reuse the energy. So government is always trying to reuse or save the energy by one or another way, and star rating system is one of those. So this was the introduction of our today's topic, that is star rating system. Let us understand the status of energy consumption by various countries. Here you can see that percentage of energy used, or the growth actually, Indian energy consumption is highest among the major economies. Like here we can see it is 129%. So we can see the amount of energy required in India is going to be increasing like anything. So definitely we have to reuse and save the energy as we have to produce the energy. We can see the consumption of energy in the various countries, but it is quite less, or it is like not increasing in a way. The way it is being increased in India, it is about almost 129%, which is extremely high. So this is the scenario of energy consumption of various countries, and we can see that the energy consumption in India is, or the energy consumption growth in India is highest among the all major economies. So here we can see how to do the energy conservation. There are definitely various options. One is prevention, second is minimization, third is reuse, then there comes the recycling, energy recovery and disposal. Let us understand all this one by one. Here you can see the arrow. Arrow on the left side shows the most favored option, and definitely the least favored option is at bottom. So first option, at least most favored option is prevention. Matlab, like so many fans are running in our homes and offices, and so many tube lights are on, definitely they are not required. We may need at least one or two, not more than that, but in our building, in our particular room, or in our particular lab or lecture hall, whatever we are, wherever we are, uh, the amount of energy wasted is quite more. So as a responsible citizen, what we can do is we can stop the unnecessary usage and wastage of energy. That is the first one, that is prevention. Second comes to minimization. The very good example of minimization is going to be this way. Nowadays, summer is there. So we can see that in summer, the amount of temperature over here in India is almost 45, 44, somewhere around 40 to 50 degrees. And all of us are mostly using the air conditioning system. Now, what people do is they keep their air conditioning temperature 18 to 20 degrees centigrade. The normal or the room air temperature is 45, while the room air temperature in which we are using the AC is going to be almost say 18 to 20. But nowadays, what happens if we change the temperature of our room from 45 to 25 or less than that? the amount of energy required to cool that particular air from 45 to 20 degrees centigrade. That is the power consumption, the energy consumption is going to be the highest. So what as a people or responsible citizen, what we can do is, instead of keeping our room temperature as 18 or 20, we can put the temperature somewhere around 24 degree and 25 degree, which is a normal human can bear, right? So instead of moving down to the 18 to 20 degrees centigrade, well, some of us are even shivering. So instead of using that temperature, we can at least go to the 25 or even more than that, that is up to 30 degree we can face. So instead of changing the outside temperature from 45 to the room temperature almost 20 degree, we can also keep the temperature from 20 to 30. So this is the way to minimize the energy consumption. First is prevention. Prevention means if it is not required, we can simply shut it down. Second comes to minimization. Minimization matlab whatever resources we are using and whatever the energy consumption we are doing, instead of concentrating on reducing it, we can simply minimize our requirements. Like we can be in the temperature of 18-20, but we can also sit comfortably in the 30-degree temperature as well. So this is how we can minimize the energy usage, and simply we can say the energy conservation. So mainly there are most favored option is, one is prevention, very much obvious, and second is minimization. Whatever the requirement is there, we can simply minimize the requirement. If we need 5 fans in our surrounding, we can simply use 2 to 3. We can open the windows for the air circulation and we can minimize the energy requirements. So we can use the natural resources. This is again one of the way to minimize the requirements. Then there comes the reuse. Reuse is like whatever energy is used. For example, we use the energy with we produce the energy with the help of water. But whatever power has been generated and utilized, the rest of the water will be destroyed. But instead of destroying that water, we can also reuse that water to produce the energy, which is having some amount of energy. So the third one is reuse. So first one was prevention, then there comes the minimization, then there comes the reuse. Afterwards, there is a recycling. Recycling matlab simple, whatever wastage products are there, it can be in any form. It can be simple papers, it can be any other wastage of products, and simply plastic bottles. Instead of having, we know second-hand plastic, third-hand plastic, all. So instead of throwing up the first-hand products, we can simply reuse and recycle those products by recycling. Then there comes the energy recovery. Wherever we use the energy, some amount of energy is always destroyed or wasted in the atmosphere. So instead of wasting them, we can simply recover that energy. So here we have seen, and last is obviously disposal. If nothing can be done, we have to dispose that particular energy or the power. But this is the least preferred, or so we can say favored option, because at any cost we don't want to dispose the power consumption or the energy requirements, or sorry, the energy only, because to generate the energy it requires lots of efforts and energy and all. But if we dispose it, it is just a wastage and it is a big loss to ourselves itself. So here we have seen the energy consumption scenario, and in energy consumption scenario we have seen the most favored option as well as least favored option. So one of those is to prevent, that is to prevent the usage of energy. Then there comes the minimization. Then there comes the reuse, recycling. Afterwards we have seen the afterwards we have seen the energy recovery, and then there comes the disposal. So these are the various ways to conserve the energy. Why do we need to conserve the energy? We have already seen the scenario of energy consumption or the growth among the major economies compared to the India. So that is 129 percentage, which is extremely high. So definitely we have to save, conserve, reuse, recycle our energy. By using these various ways of energy conservation, we can simply uh, go for it. The next comes over here is power consumption is there. We know lights are using power. We know fans are using power. We know all electricals and electronics products are using powers. Our laptop, PC, mobile, other like dryers, washers, refrigerators, electronics items, lighting, heating. But among all this power consumption, the highest power consumption is due to the heating and cooling. In the cold countries, the heating is the highest power consumption, while in case of hot countries, the cooling absorbs highest power or using the highest power. So main power consumption is related to heating and cooling, and others are having its own percentage of share for the power consumption, but heating and cooling are the application which are using the highest power. The rest we can divide that dishwasher is there, refrigerator is there, washer and dryer is also there, electronics items are there, lighting, similarly water heating. So these all are there. But among this, the highest power consumption application is in heating and cooling. So we have seen what is energy, how it should be saved, why it should be saved, what can we do to conserve the energy, which is the maximum power consumption application, or which application is having the maximum power consumption, that we have seen. Now we come to the our own specific title today, that is star rating. So let us understand what is star rating. um, Whenever we go for the shopping of any appliances like refrigerators, air conditioner, geyser, we might have noticed that the star rating stickers are there. It can be 2 star, 3 star, 4 star, 5 star. So starting from 1 star to 5 star, we can see this kind of labeling. That labeling is, we can say,
Hello, ma'am. Hello. Hello, ma'am. Your voice is not audible. Hello, ma'am.
So we have seen the various application of power consumption, and the highest power consumption is using heating and cooling. So now we'll be coming to the star labeling. Whenever we go to the purchasing of these appliances such as refrigerators and air conditioning or geyser, we might have noticed star rating stickers that is ranging from 1 star to 5 star. These all are the star rating stickers are given by the BEE, that is Bureau of Energy Efficiency, and they show how much electricity appliances is consuming in a year. Each appliances are getting the star between 1 to 5. 5 star means simple, highest energy saving, and 1 star is least energy saving. Here you can see the example of this star rating. One refrigerator is there. On the top right side, we can see the star, that is 1, 2, 3, 4. So the stars are there, and here we can see that in this star, here the 4 stars are given. So what do you mean by the 4 star over here? That is very simple. 4 star one of this particular device, that is a refrigerator, is using comparatively less power. If there was a refrigerator with 3 star, if there is a refrigerator with 2 star and 5 star and 4 star, we can simply say that 4 star is using less power compared to the refrigerator which is having 2 or 3 star. So the number of stars which are higher, it shows that the less energy is consumed, and vice versa. So here, let us see this thing in detail. Here we have an example. A fridge A is there, and similarly fridge B is also there. Number of stars given to the fridge A is 2, and number of stars given to the fridge B are 4. So here we can see the energy consumption. Definitely we can see the fridge A is using highest having higher energy consumption compared to the fridge B, which is 318 kilowatt hour per year. Kilowatt hour per year is there. So 1 kilowatt is 1000 watt, and hour matlab per hour. So here we can see higher the number of star, lesser is the energy consumption. Now, for example, 540 kilowatt hour per year is the energy consumption. So, what is its direct effect on our electricity bill? So, here we can see that annual cost to run for the refrigerator is energy consumption into the electricity tariff. Now, for example, per tariff, if the rent is or say the bill charges are 10 rupees per kilowatt hour. So here you can see it would be 5420, that is 5420 rupees per year for fridge A, and similarly it is going to be 3018 180 rupees for fridge B. So we can see if the star rating is higher, it is using less energy, and further it is using the less cost. So fridge A and fridge B are there having different stars. It is showing the different energy consumption. Definitely higher the number of stars, lesser is the energy consumption. Lesser is the energy consumption, lesser is our electricity bill. So we can see that why are we giving so much emphasis through star rating? But due to this star rating, we can save so much amount of cost of our electricity bill, as well as we can save so much amount of energy consumption as well. So this is a beneficial to each and every person in the society, to the government, to the society, to the individual itself. Okay, so this is the example how the number of stars affecting our electricity bill. Moving ahead with this, the same is explained over here with the help of example. We can see that according to the calculation of electric energy consumption, no star refrigerator consumes, let us assume 1000 units per year. अब ये ऐसा एक रेफ्रिजरेटर है जिसमें कोई स्टार नहीं है, but a 3-star rating refrigerator uses only 620 units, sorry 626 units of electricity consumption. which is quite less than the 1000 units per year. Similarly, 3-star refrigerator saves 44% of your electricity consumption. And if electricity consumption is reduced, definitely we can see that electricity bill will also be reduced. So this was the comparison of this no-star refrigerator with 3-star. And moving ahead with the same, we will have the comparison of 4-star, which is using just 501 units of power consumption per year. If it was no star, it was using 1000 units per year. If there are no star, it was using 626 units. And if again there are 4-star, it is using 501 units, which is showing more than 44% of electricity consumption compared to the no star. So this is how we can save the energy by using higher star rating system. Let us see the same thing or the scenario for air conditioners. What is the thing we have seen till now is star rating system and effort to save the energy. So initially we have seen that why do we need to save the energy, and for that we have seen the energy consumption scenario of various major economics. And after we have seen which are the various ways to conserve the energy: prevention, minimization, reuse, recycling, energy recovery, and disposal. Then after we have seen tentative power consumption through various applications. Here we can see that heating and cooling is using the highest amount of power consumption compared to the other application. Further, we have seen star labeling introduction, that we know that our electronics appliances having the star rating system ranging from 1 star to 5 star. What is the meaning of 1 star and what is the meaning of the more number of stars that we have seen? Higher is the number of stars, lesser is the energy consumption, and so our energy bill, electricity bill. So there is a direct connection. Further, star refrigerator and power consumption meaning we have seen. Next is air conditioners. What is the energy issue we know? Air conditioners usually consume the highest energy among all home appliances. हम लोग बोलते हैं ना भाई AC मत चलाओ या कम चलाओ. So that is this one. Window and split ACs are the most commonly used, and the rest is air refrigerator. But here we can see that whenever we are going to purchase the refrigerator, it is coming into the category of 0.75 ton, 1 ton, 1.5 ton, and 2 ton. So what is the benefit of BEE star label? Same as we have seen in the refrigerator, here we can see the same. The energy consumption of AC depends on its size. It is important to select an AC with requirements select AC with requirements. One have a 1 ton AC is appropriate for 150 square feet room. Our normal room size is 150 square feet, while a 2 tons AC is sufficient for 300 square feet. So this is how we can save the energy by using air conditioning system and star rating system. Let us see how the energy levels work here. Star rating system we have seen 1, 2, 3 and appliances. So whatever we have seen till now here it is explained in a simple words. Appliances with more star is definitely more efficient. It will use less electricity to achieve the same level of performance. And the energy consumption figure tells how much electricity in kilowatt hours this appliance will use. So we can see on any appliances, we can see 2 star, 3 star, 4 star. At the same time, the energy consumption is also written. Okay. And the example of fridge A and fridge B, we have also seen that is higher the number of star, lesser is the energy consumption, and so is the bill. The more stars, the more saving.
Hello, ma'am. Please unmute yourself.
Done, ma'am. Okay, moving ahead with this. So whatever we have seen till now is the energy consumption, the star rating, how it is affecting the energy consumption bill and all. Then there comes the next one is the conclusion of the things we have seen till now, and then we will see why it is different for different appliances and all. So more star, more saving. Lower energy means lower energy use means more efficient appliances definitely saves the money. Very simple, more star definitely leads to more savings. If there is a more saving, it is quite simple that lower energy use means more efficient it is. More efficient appliances saves the money. Now we have a myth in our mindset that energy efficient is appliances are too expensive, but it is not true because there are mainly two costs. One is running cost and second is purchasing cost. If purchasing cost is higher, what running cost is less, and vice versa. So if we add both of these, the higher star rating appliances will be less costlier compared to the less star appliances. Though we can find that less star appliances are having comparatively lesser price, but their running cost is higher. So the total cost of the appliances which is having more star is less compared to the other one. Now here we can see the list of appliances which are required for mandatory for the star rating and voluntary air conditioning, refrigerator, floors and lamp, transformer, room AC, direct cooling refrigerator, TVs and geysers are the mandatory requirement by the government or appliances by the government in which star rating is mandatory, while the rest of the appliances like motors, pumps, fans, digital sets, LED lamps, office equipment, printer, scanner, copier are the appliances which have been categorized for the voluntary star rating system. So whenever we are going to purchase the room air conditioning or refrigerator or lamp or this refrigerators, we can see that star rating is there, but it is still not mandatory for rest of the appliances like pump, heater, motors, and pumps and LED lamps, LPG stove, washing machine. Nowadays, government is working on giving start to the washing machines because it is again one of the highest power consumption device. Now the important one, that is how the star rating is changing gradually year by year. Whenever we are going to purchase an automobile, generally we select the month of December. Why? Because we come to know that in December they want to finish their targets and to finish their target they give us the discounts. Okay, by I want to save this much amount of or this much quantity of particular cars or two wheelers, so I will give you this and this discount. So we select the month of December because we know that automobile sellers are giving the discount in that month. Coming back to refrigerator and air conditioning, Generally, we know that during summer the rate of air conditioning system and refrigerator is higher. But apart from that, there is one more thing, that star rating is there. Now, how does star rating matter over here? Because of star rating, what happens? The star rating is changing by the government gradually, or say continuously. For example, let us have the air conditioning system which is having 5 star, and the energy consumption, let us take it by 400 kilowatt hour per year. Please listen. Let us say 5 star air conditioning system. I'm talking about 2016 and 17. 5 star energy consumption, 5 star rating to the room air conditioning, which is just using 400 kilowatt hour per year. Now I'm going to purchase that AC. I would be happy by मैंने तो 5 star का purchase कर लिया, and I'm getting the lesser amount of, or say more discount on this AC. Even then it is 5 star, but I'm going to purchase it in a December. So what happens? The AC which is having 5 star for the energy consumption of 400 kilowatt hour per year will be having 4 star in the next year, or even 3 star in the next year, next 2 years. So what they do is, they know it is having 5 star, but still they will sell it on the discount. Why? Because this 5 star is going to be 4 or 3 star in the upcoming years. So definitely the price would be reduced, and that price would be lesser than the price we are paying with the discounts even. So the concern over here is, we have to purchase these kind of appliances which is having star rating system in the year end, because after 1 year their star rating is also changing. If their star rating is changing, their price will also be changed. So the air conditioning system which is using 400 kilowatt hour per year, having 5 star in 2016-17, may be having the star 4 star or 3 star in the upcoming years. That is, we can say 17-18 or 18-19. And now if the same customer is going to buy the same fridge or AC, now it will be having 3 star or 4 star. So he or she may pay the less price. So the seller will not have that much profit. So what they do is, they are selling all of their appliances at the with some discounts at the end of the year, because once the year changes, the rating would be changed. Once the rating changes, their price would also be changed, and so is their profit. So very important thing to learn and to understand and to remember is, this star rating system is changing yearly by the government. So if we purchase something which is having 5 star in the December of any year, it may be having 4 or 3 star in the upcoming months of upcoming year. Okay. So one more suggestion over here is, to save the cost is, we have to buy this kind of equipment at the year end. So if we have seen what is star rating system, why it is beneficial, how it is saving the energy, how it is saving the bills. That is what we have seen. How the energy star rating labeling is given. What is 4 star? What is 5 star? How the star rating system is changing yearly. That is what we have seen. Further, the next part is, if we use this star rating system, how much effective it is. What is our aim? Our aim is to save the energy. How? By using star rating. So if we follow this kind of star rating system, how much amount of energy is saved or will be saved by using this system? That is what we are going to understand the next. India is likely to save an estimated 3 billion units of electricity by 2030 as a result of newly launched star rating program. See, if one person is even simply saving 1 unit per year, and if there are 7 billion people in the world, it is simply 7 billion watt. So a small contribution in the power saving through the star rating system will have a huge effect on the Indian economy. Because if the energy consumption is less, definitely the country is going to be the stronger one. It is very much obvious. So the Power Ministry has expanded its standards and labeling program for energy efficiency for appliances, and day by day they are creating the awareness, and they are also creating the or increasing the star rating system by using this. And this is actually the important thing for the any country or for the society or for our own selves. This is how we can save the power by using the star rating system. Um, that's it for today's session. Thank you, everyone. Thank you once again. Are you there, ma'am?
Hello.
Yes, ma'am.
And now is audible, sir.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you so much for this very informative and demonstrative session. We will ask our participants to put your question to comment box. We will try to provide the answer by Dr. Bansi Raja below the comments. Thank you so much all the participants for your active presentation. Let me inform to all that this complete session will be available on our Research Circle YouTube channel. So if you want to watch it again or want to share it to somebody, please do visit the Research Circle YouTube channel. Thanks, and last but not the Let's thank you, Dr. Bansi Rajan, for taking out the time for session with with your permission. I would like to end today's session here. Thank you, ma'am.
Okay, thank you very much for being wonderful audience, and thank you, ma'am, for being the wonderful co-host and all the supports from your side. Thank you, everyone, once again.
Thank you, ma'am.